Hey everybody, I'm Laura Gail Locke. We're here today to tell you about some really exciting and unique classes that the Wichita Park and Recreation Department offers. We have one of the instructors, Cheryl Haynes, here with us today. She teaches at Orchard and Edgemoor. Cheryl, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so first just explain the variety of classes that you teach. I know they deal with yoga.
Well, I offer through Orchard Park and Edgemoor classes that are specific for pregnancy, babies, toddlers, kids, and youth. And what's really unique about the classes that we offer is the fact that it's about the child and the parent comes with them and enjoys the yoga with them. So it's all yoga, but it's fun, it's stretching, it's singing, it's being silly, it's coming into group and community, and learning about your body and how you can connect with your parent and others, and just having a really good time.
Sounds like a good bonding experience for them.
It is. It's a really great time for parents to read the cues of their children, to help them verbalize things that they want to discuss with their child, or just a way of blowing off extra energy, especially with the toddlers. They are just so full of energy that it's a great outlet for them and their parents. And then, you know, after that, then on all of the classes, it's traditional to the fact with yoga that we start with centering, breathing, and noticing our breath, and then we come into warming up, and then we go into an active yoga practice, and then we calm down, and then we go into shavasana, it's called corpse pose, which sounds really silly, but we're laying down and being quiet and honoring what our body has done. And even the toddlers will do that. So it's very, very beneficial for parent and child.
Okay, tell me the exact names of the classes that you teach and kind of give me a rundown about what sets them apart from each other.
All right, the first class is Prenatal Yoga Works. I developed that so that we could bring in the fitness ball and some other aspects of yoga or prenatal wellness. And so it's for pregnant women second and third trimester, and it's very much yoga based as well, but we will use the yoga ball or the fitness ball. Then we also may use some dance moves and some other very unique things, so they need to come to find out about that.
So with that class, what benefits do the pregnant women get from it?
Well, with prenatal yoga in general, you're learning about your body. You're breathing and calming your body and connecting. You're connecting with your baby, which is very special, and you're connecting with other pregnant women. And then it also helps with discomforts of pregnancy, back aches, not being able to sleep, and all of those different things. We find that yoga helps with that. It also prepares your body for birth and for parenting, because if you think about the fact that you're going to have a baby, it's like going on a 12 to 14 mile hike. And then once you have your baby, you're no longer carrying them in your body, but you're carrying them in your arms. And so your shoulders and your back kind of takes on a new discomfort that happens. So the yoga will help to help with those kind of things, as well as many other benefits.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of feedback did you hear from some of the people who've taken your class?
They love the fact that it helps them calm and tune into their babies. It's a very special time, a very sweet time. And then they get to communicate and meet with other pregnant women, because pregnant women like to talk about being pregnant and having babies, and not everybody wants to hear that all the time. So it's just a very great community. It's just a very sweet time.
And then after the baby's born, then how old does the baby have to be before they can take one of your other classes?
Itsy Bitsy Yoga starts at 4 weeks, although babies start doing yoga and can start doing yoga right after birth.
Really?
But but we start the practice at 4 weeks because babies are awake and moving around a little bit more. And with baby Itsy Bitsy Yoga, it's from 4 weeks to almost crawling. And mom brings the baby and just really engages in some very playful song time or just connecting time, helps the baby stretch, helps with sleep and digestion. Reading baby's cues gives the mom or the parent or parents things that they can do to play with their baby, because a lot of families are not really sure what to do with these little babies that aren't doing a whole lot. And we find that babies who engage in baby itsy bitsy yoga, besides helping with digestion and sleep and alleviating colic and distress and those kind of things, that they actually develop quicker.
Really? That's
Yes,
really cool.
Yes, especially those motor skills. But parents are reading those cues, and mommy and baby and daddy and baby are very happy. There's some special yoga tips that actually help to calm a baby in about 60 to 90 seconds, and those are always the favorites. And then we have poses specifically for baby and daddies as well.
Well, my ears perked up when you said it improves sleep, because I'm thinking of my nephew who's about 14 months and still not sleeping through the night. So I'm sure there's a lot of moms out there who would jump at the chance to be able to sleep longer.
Well, and I always tell the moms, especially with the first class, don't worry if your baby is extra hungry or extra tired, because I usually sleep really well after a yoga class. And that will go into the older classes as well. So that's a great benefit for parents.
Okay, so tell me about some of the older classes.
So Tot Itsy Bitsy Yoga is active crawling to age 3. And if you think about toddlers, they are very active and very busy. So at this point, our yoga practice becomes very active and very busy. One of the things that I find out with the moms or the parents that come to the Tot Itsy Bitsy Yoga class is that they're afraid that their child won't sit,
Yeah.
which is a concern, you know. But we follow the cues of the children. We teach them in small increments about sitting and patience and waiting. But then we're very active and busy with our singing and our moving around, that we actually kind of wear them out, or they wear us out.
Yeah.
But at the end, we do find that the parents and the little ones will come into the Shavasana, the relaxation time. And then I have something special called magic lotion. And the children learn very quickly about the magic lotion, and it's just a very sweet thing to put into a routine or a ritual within the home as well. And then we talk about things or ways you can incorporate through all the classes. You can incorporate the yoga poses and songs into daily routines and rituals.
Okay, you got to tell me more about the magic lotion.
Magic lotion is just lotion. It's a magic lotion.
Is it like a massage you do with the kids, or?
It's a very special foot massage, and the parents learn how to do it very quickly, and the children love it, and they know what to do to become a part of the massagee, and sometimes they want to massage their parents' feet as well. So
Foot rubs sound pretty good to me. I bet that is popular.
it's very sweet.
And then do you have an additional class for even older kids?
So then we have Little Lotus, and Little Lotus is what I developed. It's for parents and children 3 to 7 years of age, and bringing in those old nursery rhymes that we have forgotten about. And so we'll engage in yoga. We're singing songs, and then we get into a lot more of the partner kind of poses, and we come into a community time where we do ring around the yogi, and then we do some special mom and child-centered yoga, or child and parent-centered yoga, and then we come back into our yoga mat. So at 3 to 7 years of age, they're sharing a yoga mat with their parents still.
I bet they enjoy that.
They do.
Okay, so
they start singing those songs. It's really, really cool, because like kind of by the 3rd class, the children are starting to sing those songs with us. And it's very, very great to hear that, because we're working on language development when we're doing that, and listening skills.
Very important too. Okay, so you brought a prop. Do you want to show us some of the moves that maybe you teach in class?
Well, I can show you some of the moves that we do with Baby Itsy Bitsy Yoga. There is another yoga class that we offer too that's brand new this year, which is the Lotus Blossom Yoga, which is a 7 to 10-year-old class where the parent comes with the child as well. And so that's really traditionally a more active yoga class. It looks more like real yoga, but the benefit of that is, if you think about children that are 7 to 10 years of age, that's a very pivotal or transitional time for them developmentally, when they tend to pull away from the parent, when you really want them to connect with you so that you can be there for them as they go into the preteens and the teens. So it helps to keep that connection in a very fun way, a very healthy way. And it's something that they can do not only when they come to class, but it's something that they can do at home. And that's what my desire is for all of the yoga classes that we teach. It's great to come to community and have new friends to meet and enjoy and participate in yoga, but it's so much more better when you take that home as well and include that in every aspect of your life. So whether it's tree pose while you're brushing your teeth, or or you're doing frog pose as you're getting ready to go to the other room, or whatever it is, or maybe bunny breath to calm before you get ready to say take a test in school or something like that. So it's bringing that yoga into every aspect of their life.
How often do you recommend that the families do it during the week?
You know, you can have a traditional yoga practice, which is 45 minutes to an hour, or you can just bring in bits and pieces, which would maybe like 15 minutes of doing a few yoga things, whether it's at night as a part of the bedtime routine, or whether it's just drawing upon, like for the older children, drawing upon the breathing techniques that help them to calm and listen to their bodies. And you know, we even at 3 to 7 start with different breathing techniques. So it's something that the children can learn. It's not difficult. They catch on to it very, very quickly.
Sounds really helpful.
It is.
All right, take us through some moves.
Okay, so with Baby Itsy Bitsy Yoga, the focus is all about the baby here. So this is my baby, and this is my yoga baby.
She's special.
She's special. So we always start with a heart-warm touch. As I rub my hands together, I think about all the love I have for this beautiful child that was gifted to me. I inhale at the top of the head and come down the body, all the way down. Just a gentle massage, and we're asking baby permission. And so at this point, we're talking about reading those baby's cues. Asking permission, seeing if this is what baby is ready to do. And if baby is telling you, yes, they really want to do this right now, then we're going to go ahead and come up again and coming down. And it's all about reading your baby's cues and honoring your baby where they are. And so then we may start with a nice little foot rub, which just feels really good. You think about the feet as the foundation of our bodies. Whether we're little like this or we're older, we need to focus on our feet as well. So we do a little foot rub, and then maybe we'll do just a gentle little shoulder stand. Baby gets a nice little shoulder stand. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll the baby down. And then we'll let baby's feet come down. And once again, we're just kind of connecting to see how is baby doing with that, letting them integrate that practice. And then we may come up and do something like North Pole, South Pole, East Coast, West Coast, inside, outside. Baby, you're the best. And with our babies, depending on how old they are, we may do this 2 or 3 times. So it's about teaching the parents about reading cues, because the 4-week-old baby may not be ready to do as many repetitions. And so the parent reads the cues and understands that.
And so these classes are unique to the Park and Rec Department. People really can't find them elsewhere, is that correct?
That's correct. This is a very special thing that's offered through the Park and Recreation Center. And what's great about the Park and Recreation Center is you don't have to buy a membership. And we have such great, classes for everybody and everyone. And especially when you think about pregnancy and new babies.
Mm-hmm. And so tell me a little bit before we go just about your background and how you were trained and your expertise.
I've worked with childbearing families since 1990. I actually started out as a childbirth educator and doula, and had my own organization called Labor of Love that I worked with pregnant teens. Well, then I ended up working as a parent educator with USD 259 Parents as Teachers, and came across this book called Itsy Bitsy Yoga. And I was so drawn to it because not only did it talk about yoga, and I was doing yoga for myself at that time, but it engaged the parent and the child through song play. And song play is such a valuable resource for parents and their children. And so I just decided that I would go get trained. And I went to get trained with Helen Garabedinian. And she has a background in Hatha yoga and movement for children, movement exercise and therapy for children. And so I became trained with her and brought that back to Wichita, Kansas as the first baby and Itsy Bitsy yoga instructor in the state of Kansas. And then through the early childhood background that I have, I developed the Little Lotus and the Lotus Blossom and the prenatal yoga works.
That's very impressive. You're a great asset for our Park and Rec department.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful to be there.
Anything else you'd like to add?
When we talk about yoga, a lot of people see yoga or have that thought that yoga is about religion or Buddhism, and it can be if that's what they want it to be. But yoga is about breath and stretching and moving and connecting to your body and connecting to the community, and especially with the classes that we offer for the children, for pregnancy and the children, it's really about health and well-being for you and your family. You're establishing a great foundation for these children. We talk about things like childhood obesity. We worry about how that's impacting our community and our societies. What better way to create healthy relationships than do yoga together as a family? And it's so much more important, or it's more beneficial, and the impact is greater when you do this with your child, when you're doing this together. And so anybody can do yoga. There's no previous experience needed. Hurry up and come and sign up and come and see me.
All right. Well, Cheryl, thanks for being here. It's been fun to hear more about your classes.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the time.
We'll go ahead and leave you with the information for Cheryl's classes up on your screen. Registration is going on now, so don't delay. Thanks for watching this edition of Local Loop.